Just days after he turned 18, in an international friendly against Panama, Gio Reyna stepped up to take a free kick. The opposition knew what was coming, and somehow they were powerless to stop it. An expertly driven low free kick to the goalkeeper's far side turned out to be the young debutant's first international goal. Gio Reyna had announced himself, and what a goal it turned out to be. Hey guys, what is up, and welcome back to T4C Culture TV. I'm your host Hotshot, and if you like what we're doing here, please make sure to leave a like, share it around, and subscribe. Today, we're going to be talking about Gio Reyna, the next Captain America. For Bundesliga and especially Dortmund fans, they already knew that this prodigious American was destined for greatness. For Gio, football runs in his veins. Born in November 13th, 2002 in Sunderland to his father, Claudio Reyna, who was a former footballer who played for clubs such as Rangers, Manchester City and Sunderland. His mother, Danielle Egan, was a US women's national team footballer as well. Claudio, who was a former men's national team captain himself, played for clubs such as Wolfsburg and Bayer Leverkusen. He was even the captain for Wolfsburg. After his playing career was over, he was appointed New York City's FC's sporting director, and it was here where Gio managed to make his breakthrough. He played with the City Academy team till 2019. Even at a young age, you could tell his talent was shining through. Former Switzerland international and former US under-17 boss Raphael Vicky told Goal.com, he was the whole package when you talk about the offensive part of his game. That makes him a very interesting prospect because he can change the game. Those players are the ones everyone is looking for. Those players are guys who bring people into stadiums, right? The Pulisic, the Shakiris, these guys. He has the talent to do that. But if we talk about his offensive game, there's still a long way to go. He also added, the first thing I noticed was that his technique was outstanding, which is always the base that makes everything look easy. He's very elegant. In April 2017, at the tender age of just 14, he helped his team win the generational Adidas Cup, a competition for the under-17s. He was even named Player of the Tournament, winning the Golden Ball. He then played a starring role as the US under-15s won the prestigious Torneo delle Nazioni youth tournament, racking up 4 goals and 4 assists, including the winner against England. Big things were expected from him, and numerous clubs were clamoring for his signature. He even got a boot deal with Adidas without making a single appearance for the first team. His former New York City FC coach Patrick Vieira spoke about him. The thing I like about him is that he has an eye for goal. He's a goal scorer, said Vieira, according to SPI Soccer. I don't want to put too much pressure on him, but he reminds me a little of David Trezeguet. But in the end, it was Die Schwarz-Gelben who got their man. Following in the footsteps of Christian Pulisic, Gio Reyna made the switch to Borussia Dortmund at the tender age of just 16 in the summer of 2019, and he immediately went on to join the under-23s. Dortmund sporting director Michael Zorc said almost every club in Europe was in for him, but Giovanni had us in his mind early on. He went on to add, Giovanni is a huge talent. We're very proud we were able to bring him to the club. Immediately when Gio started out for the under-19s, you could tell that he was too good for them, and his appearance for the under-19s did not last very long. He scored 4 goals and provided 7 assists in 12 appearances. He looked like he was head and shoulders above all the other players, but then again, it was nothing new for him, right? He always played against opposition who was elder than him, and always he used to come out on top, beating them very convincingly. Current Dortmund assistant manager Otto Addo spoke of him. He's taking weeks where others are taking a year to understand things. Not only to understand, but also to transfer it onto the pitch. He was called up to the first team in January 2020. In doing so, he broke the record held by his compatriot Christian Pulisic, who was the youngest US national to appear in German top flight. BVB's assistant head coach George Heinrich said, I think his talent is similar to Christian Pulisic, or maybe a little bit better. But we want to keep him grounded because we've seen what happens to a lot of the young players. Dortmund CEO Joachim Watzke also said, Reyna's a big talent, I think he will do a lot for American soccer in the next 5 or 10 years. In January, he was paired alongside new signing Erling Haaland. The fun fact, their fathers played together, Claudio Reyna and Alf Inge Haaland. Hey, the end is the beginning and the beginning is the end. He made his debut on match week 18, coming on as a sub in the 72nd minute, and it didn't take long for him to score. He scored in Dortmund's 3-2 DFB Pokal defeat to Werder Bremen. In doing so, he became the youngest goal scorer in the German Cup's history. He even went on to provide assists for his favorite teammate, Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland, in a post-match interview after that game, spoke glowingly about his teammate. He said, and I quote, "I called him the American dream before, and that's true," the 20-year-old Norwegian said. He's 17 years old, and what he's doing on the pitch today is amazing. He has a huge future ahead of him. He also assisted Haaland against PSG in the Champions League. And on September 19, 2020, Reyna scored his first Bundesliga goal in the 3-0 win against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Aged 17 years and 311 days, he became the second youngest American goal scorer behind, you guessed it, Christian Pulisic. And on October 3rd, 2020, Reyna provided a hat-trick assist to his teammate Erling Haaland and an Emre Can header from a corner kick to beat Freiburg 4-0. Greg Berhalter, current US men's national team coach, spoke highly of him in saying, I quote, "I think people just underappreciate exactly how he's able to process this." Berhalter says, "He's so big, he looks like an adult. We have to remember he's very young and he's doing it at such a high level. It comes down to his drive. He is extremely driven, and it's always been like that. He was always very competitive and always pushing himself to be better. When he was young, he was always playing with the older kids and trying to win. It manifests itself into him playing at NYC and going to Dortmund really quickly. Because he's so driven, he believes he can be the best." He received his first call-up to the US international team for friendlies against Wales and Panama on November 12, 2020, a day before he just turned 18. Gio Reyna made his debut for the US international team against Wales, and in the following game against Panama, he scored a brilliant free kick. Gio is predominantly an attacking midfielder. However, Dortmund have played him in numerous positions across the front three. He possesses more technical ability than his father and has a pace which his mother was renowned for. He also possesses excellent finishing abilities as demonstrated by his goal against Bremen. It only took 17 seconds for the 17-year-old to dribble past 3 defenders and unleash a curling far post effort that led to a goal. Where Bremen had 4 defenders including a pair within 2 yards, Reyna saw a way through. His brilliant first touch off a feed from Julian Brandt allowed Reyna to bypass the first one. 3 more touches left, 2 more opponents grasping. Then, as the 4th closed him down, Reyna released a surprising and stunning 18-yard curler into the upper right corner. It was as astonishing a debut goal as you'll ever see. Reyna was playing at a different speed. He is also a set-piece specialist, more specifically a direct set-piece specialist. And although Patrick Vieira always compared him to David Trezeguet, his former teammate, there are also comparisons that likened him to the likes of Ricardo Kaká. Patrick Vieira often compared him to David Trezeguet, who was known for his ability to run at top speed for extended periods and for breaking into the opposition's box without any trouble. He also said, for a kid, he has the physical presence and his game understanding is really good. He went on to add, he can score goals, he understands the demands of the game tactically, he's a really smart kid and he's shown some really good stuff. Berhalter also went on to add, from what I've seen from Dortmund, they've played him as high as a 9 and also as a false 9. They've played him central, they've put him in all different positions, and what really struck me is he's really good in transition moments, very good receiving between the lines, a very good side shuffling past defenders, he goes by them with power. And all these things he's doing at a really young age, and that's what's enticing as a coach. If he continues to develop it, he's going to be really scary what he can do. Now currently, Gio is 18 and he's currently about to sign a new contract with Borussia Dortmund. Michael Zorc and Julian Brandt have made their interest very clear that they would like to tie him down to a long-term deal. And would you blame them? The guy is the next superstar. With all the talk of Jadon Sancho's uncertain future, they have a ready-made superstar that's going to lead them to the future. And if it's anything like his career, it's going to be one hell of a fast ride, and it's going to be destined for greatness. Thank you so much guys for liking this video. If you liked it, please make sure to drop a thumbs up, leave a comment as to which was your favorite Gio Reyna goal or favorite Gio Reyna moment, and do leave a subscribe and do share it around. It really helps, it really motivates me to put out more content. So for now, this is Hotshot signing out for you guys. Peace.